Hello. Good evening, everyone. I'm Prince Jagani, and I'm a computer engineering student from Depstar Charuset. Today we have Drusty Kolodia with us. We are basically surveying computer industry computer industry person so that we can understand how we can approach a company in our future and we can go in this field. So, Trusty, could you please let us know how did you apply for this company and what is your position in this?
Yeah, sure. So let me first introduce myself. So I'm Drishti Koladia and I recently graduated from DICT Gandhinagar. Currently, I'm working in Google as a software engineer, wherein mainly I'm working on a Google Cloud storage platform. So yeah, that's all.
Hello everyone, good evening. My name is Neil and I am from Depstar. It's from Zorotar University. My question is what are the difficulties in front of you for applying the job?
Yeah, sure. So basically, I'll describe my process and how my journey looks like. So I started coding when I was in my second year, and the main difficulty that I faced was regarding communication. So I was from Gujarati medium, and like seeing other colleagues like speaking fluently in English, and you are not able to communicate properly. It was a bit difficult, but with time, I practice more on it. I give more mock interviews, and it really helped me. The second thing that was challenging was starting and to getting to know coding, because initially I never did computer engineering. I never studied well computer courses in my school, but yeah, with time it settled down, and yeah, so.
Good evening, everyone. I am Janice Good. I am currently living in Charusat University. Ma'am, what is the role of your company in the market?
Yeah, so as all of you might be knowing that Google has a really good search engine. It provides a lot. It provides a lot of cloud infrastructure services and like Android uh, hardware devices and a lot of stuff. And yeah,
Good morning, everyone. I am Vikas Koladia from Depstar Charuset. Today we are joined for a case study of live industry with their employee and team members. So my first question is how long has your company been working in their industry department, and what is your experience till now in your software engineering?
yeah, sure. So I don't recall exactly, but around 20 years, I would say. And regarding my role, so uh, it was really good. I mean, I start since it was my first job. I got to learn a lot of things, and I got to know how industry work at a bigger scale, how designs work at that level. So yeah.
Okay, so talking about software engineering principle, is there any kind of principle that your company uses or any kind of development methodology that your company follow?
Like software engineering principle by, I mean, what kind of software engineering principles?
So there are some kind of principling, software engineering principle and methodologies like DSTM, or you can say agile methodologies, some
Mhm.
as Scrum.
So it is similar to agile methodology, I would say, but it is bit different because so at Google everything works like internally. So you won't be using the same thing that is being used in outside industry. So we have some tools and technologies to work around it, but yeah, it's mainly agile methodology.
Okay, my second question is how software engineering principle help you build better softwares?
Yeah. So let me start with an example. So let's say you start developing an app or some project without thinking about it, without thinking of process, or without designing of how or what steps you will take to in order to build a particular product. Then it will become chaotic at the end, because here you are not looking at a perspective of two or four people. You are looking at a bigger scale where like millions or billions of people are using your products, right? So when you use this principle, when you use this methodology, it will help you design better. It will help you consider the challenges beforehand, before like they actually come into picture, and basically build better software for the community. So yeah.
My question is, how do you ensure code maintainability, reusability, scalability in software development?
Yeah, so you might be knowing that there are a lot of open source tools like GitHub, GitLab, and etc. Right? So Google has its internal tool again, because it's hard to maintain this bigger code base using some other product, and so I can't like say the name as it's internal, but yeah, it's similar to GitHub. It has a similar development environment as VS Code, and it has some extra capabilities of using Git and version control system. So yeah, and it there are a lot of automated jobs, automated robots that continuously monitors and checks if something is breaking or not. So they ensure that everything is running smoothly, reliability, and the products are highly available. So yeah.
So my question is, how do you approach and prioritize software testing in your development life cycle?
Um So in that case, so basically, I would say that whatever you write, like even if you write a single line of code, you have to write tests for it. Without test, you can't like push that code into code base. That's the simple funda that is being used here. So that ensures that you never break something, at least uh, like without like with knowingly. So yeah, and there are like multiple testing strategies like performance testing, continuous integration testing, unit testing, and end-to-end tests. So different tests provides their different use case, and they cover almost all of the possibilities. So yeah. I also have one question, like how do you guys apply the same thing, the software testing in your project?
First, we write approach of our project, and then we will discuss about which type of technology we are using in our project and which type of technology is better for our project. And then what we done in code line by line. We firstly check any type of error generated or not,
Mm-hmm.
like this.
Okay, great. Uh,
So as we all know, say that we have amount of services and technologies, so they also provide a documentation for it. So is there any kind of documentation that you like the most, and why?
yeah, so there are multiple documentations and multiple type of documentation. So let's say you are developing a small feature, you'll write a design. You'll not write a design doc, but you'll write a doc that describes okay how you have implemented or how you are going to implement it. If there is a big feature or big project, then you write a bigger design doc that involves okay what are the alternatives that you took, why you choose particular approach, and how you are going to implement that, and like what are the references that you took, and a lot of things. Then there is a playbooks, right? This kind of documentation helps if something again happens. So let's say I worked on something and I faced a lot of problem. Here you don't want to waste the same energy, same bandwidth again, right? So you create a playbook. Okay, this is the challenge you face, this is how you solved it, and this is how it works. So there is a playbook for that. Then there are team specific documentations where okay, like let's say I joined a team new, right? I don't know like how to start ramping up, so there are documentations for that. Then there are public documentation of using tools and technologies that we at Google develop. So yeah.
My next question is, give us some brief information about how you are stay updated with new technologies and how to deal with you.
uh, so basically to stay updated with new tools and technologies, obviously you have to stay active, you have to stay like what I say, curious to know. You have to stay passionate about learning new stuff, right? So basically, I watch some random YouTube videos of some techie or some. I just open GitHub and look at the trending repos, and I talk to my friends, and that's how. And here also, I worked in tech, right? So obviously, if I'm working on something, I'll get to know new things. I'll learn new things. So that's how, like, yeah, I keep myself updated with new tools, technologies.
Your company provide any documentation to developer and employees?
Yeah, so as I mentioned in the Prince question, that like for development, let's say someone joins a team, they have to ramp up on it, like how the particular products was. If you want to develop on it, what is your prerequisite? Like, let's say, do you need to learn Go language or not? There are a lot of things. So yeah, we have documentations for that, and it is highly advisable for every team to have that.
My question is there any documentation available for a client or user?
Yeah. So whatever product that Google launches, it will have a documentation attached with it. Okay, this is how you'll use it. These are the available functionalities, or this is the troubleshooting guide, or this is how you can contact mm, like a tech support if something else goes wrong. And yeah, so they are there.
Okay, so talking about standards, how do you stay informed about the latest industry standards and trend in software engineering?
Yeah, so basically, that does not come at our level, our individual level. Every team will have managers, tech leads, and they are responsible for driving this. They are responsible for deciding, okay, this is what is good for the team. This is what is best suitable for them. So yeah, they are the main people driving these things of like uh, trying and applying the best industry practices and standards for the team and for the larger good.
Okay, my next question is how do you contribute to the development and maintain of high quality software products?
Yeah, so it obviously, as I mentioned, documentation is the very, very important thing. It always starts with the documentation. You write your ideas, you write your approaches and everything. Then you have to like put that doc into approval. Like you need approval. Okay, this is the right design, and the reviewer might suggest you something. You need to again research. So here, like you have to go here again, like back and forth to basically iterate over your design. Then you start the implementation. Again, for implementation, you need to like ensure that you are covering all of the scenarios. Then you have to write tests like unit tests, integration test, E2E test, and like basically all sort of tests. You will spend like more time in writing tests than actually developing a feature. And then again it gets reviewed. You'll get some comments. You make the improvement in the code, and then at the end they create some kind of bug hunt where your team basically do random testing on your development. So there you catch again some bugs, you improve on that, you raise PRs for the improvements, and this is how the whole like cycle goes. And then at the end it goes into release or whatever.
Collaboration within your development team?
Sorry.
How do you collaboration within your development team?
Yeah, so collaboration is the must. I would say, I mean, whenever you are blocked somewhere, just go for it. Just ask for the help, because that's what make you a better collaborator or better team member. That's like a quality that one should have. And everyone is like really helpful, so they'll be happy to help you whenever you are stuck. So just ask, just like asking for help. And also we like on a regular basis we take some tech talks where we teach our team members what we learn during this like for some amount of period. And so basically, because everyone is working on different things, right? And so not everyone cannot work on same thing, so it will be a waste of time. So you learn things, you teach them, they learn, they teach you. So that's how it's basically knowledge sharing, collaboration, and support from team members that works.
So how company deals with international clients and with project?
Um, Basically, again, that comes at a manager level. That does not come at an individual contributor level. But yeah, we also have some meetings in different time zones because there are some teams that are working in different time zones. I personally work on the client side project, so there will be some client who have some issue and they might want a solution. So yeah, so basically everyone manages a little bit. Sometimes they shift their timings a little bit here and there, and you shift that, and that's how it works in a collaboration where you deal with international clients and yeah.
Okay, so further going for the CMM and ISO, so what do you follow in your company? That I mean, like, if your product have ISO marking and that standards, do your products have that kind of markings? And
Actually, no. I mean, if there is something, I'm not sure because obviously it's such a bigger level. But the product that I work in does not have that kind of thing because I would directly work with the client side project. So yeah, but yeah, it will definitely have because we have tons of products, right? So the ISO standards will be followed. So can you clarify question bit more so that I can maybe help you and like according to my knowledge from other team members.
so So basically, question is referring that we know that there are physical products that are having ISO marking on it, like helmets and other things, and there are many things that having ISO marking. So I was asking that is there any kind of marking or a standard that are used in softwares?
Yeah, I remember that hardware products such as Pixel or Pixel, I mean, Pixel Watch and other like Google Mini, Google Nest, and other hardware products that you specify, they're using some kind of marking, but I'm not exactly sure that because that is a very different work area than what I work in.
Okay, my next question is which are the component companies for the security assurance?
Basically, security is the first thing that Google focuses on. So you can't basically there are a lot of security compliance like you can't mess up things even if you want to like this kind of security level is there like even if you want to open your account if even if you want to work you have to every 24 hour you have to refresh your credentials like and that does not work normally you have to have a physical security hardware and if you can't share something like even via email you can't open your watch I mean there are a lot of restrictions so basically it really focuses on security and there are a lot of uh, tools that are built especially for it then there are some hardwares and a lot of things.
CMM and ISO is important for the we develop the project.
Sorry.
CMM and ISO is important for the development project.
Yeah, I mean, so as I mentioned earlier, obviously it will be important for some hardware related products or some products that involves compliance and etc. But for my product specifically, we are providing a CLI. So there, it's basically kind of open source plus internal mixed things where we don't have the this kind of standards.
So my question is your company working with any project that follows this kind of things?
Yeah, a lot of hardware companies and also I'll mention that so I work like there is a lot very big Google Clouds platform then I come under Google Cloud Storage but yeah in order to like cloud platform will definitely have these standards because it involves a lot of outside customer it involves a lot of dealing with their data their security, and a lot of things. So yeah, at a bigger level, my org also uses, but specifically my team does not use.
So can you give any type of instruction for us?
Yeah, sure. So I guess since you guys are in college, I would recommend focus on like data structure algorithms. Try to make your basics stronger. Focus on learning computer science fundamentals, because you'll feel that they are not important, but at industry level they are really important, because here you don't just write code. You write code for 10% of your time, and rest of the time you design, you test, and a lot of stuff. So focus on making your fundamentals strong. Focus on your making your communication strong, because communication is the key. If you can't explain the other person what you are thinking, or what is your approach, or how you are thinking, then there's no point, right? Like, anyone can think of idea, but conveying them to other person and explaining them to other person is really important. So you can try giving mock interviews, you can try to talk to each other, and uh, try to explain things. And yeah, so focus on that, and consistently, like whatever you're doing, just do it daily. Don't do like 10 codes one day and then for rest of the week don't do anything. That's not how it works. Do one code every day. That will be very helpful instead of the other strategy. So yeah, that's all I have to say.
I have one
Actually, I
question
got a
for.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
question. Neil, you could ask first.
Okay, I have one question. What are the difficulties you face in your company and how you deal with it?
Yeah, so initially I faced a lot of problem regarding learning things, because it's like really huge thing, like a lot of tools, technologies, a lot of internal things, which sounds overwhelming. But the only thing that helped me was like learning, asking questions, because you might not know it, but someone from your team or someone from your company know it, and they'll help you. Like, it's like if someone explains you things, you will understand, but you can't read and understand everything. So just ask for help. Google search as much as you can. Like, don't directly ask for help. Try your best. Okay, you might get to know 40% of the things by yourself only if you just Google search, watch YouTube. And right now there are a lot of like AIML tools, hmm, to whom you can ask questions. So that way, basically, be hungry to learn, and everything will be in your plate easily.
Okay, so there's a word coming in my head that you said open source project. You are working on open source project, right?
It's
Uh,
basically a mix of open source plus internet. Yeah.
so I was asking that how does open source licensing differ from the CMO and ISO standards? You can
uh,
explain.
I don't work with, I mean, so we have some people who specifically work with this, but yeah, I mean, I don't have much idea about it, to be honest.
Oh, yeah, sure. Okay, so thank you for giving your time to us, and we have learned a lot of things from you, and we are thankful to you for that. Thank you for giving your time.
Yeah, no problem. All the best.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.